Meet architect turned bodybuilder and the editor of Muscle Evolution magazine, Andrew Carruthers. His daughter's only 2 months old, so he's a master at juggling training and life.
How do you go about balancing all of these things, your work, your training, and being a recent dad?
You have to look at things from a realistic perspective and manage your time. You know, I'll be honest in saying that you cannot always get to the gym every day. There are things that creep up or work opportunities that must be seen to. So it's a matter of just managing your time and being able to get in those workouts whenever you can.
Give me a bit of an idea of what your training routine looks like.
I try to train 6 days a week. I mean, that is the ideal week for me. If I do manage to get 4 to 5 sessions in, then obviously what I'll do is I'll change my training accordingly so that I can fit in the body parts or areas that I am missing out on days where I'm not able to get to the gym.
Train each muscle group once a week to give it time to recover between sessions. Support your training routine with a healthy, balanced diet for the fastest results.
So let's talk a bit about your diet. How do you manage to keep a healthy diet with being a dad, a bodybuilder, and also running this magazine?
It's not easy at all, Ewan, and I can safely say that you do find yourself out at meetings where you may have left your food behind or you might have even skipped a meal. It's very important that supplementation becomes a part of your daily eating regime, and also you learn to be clever when you end up eating out at a restaurant. You learn how to order food that is clean, and you also learn to order food that is prepped in that manner.
So let's talk a bit about supplementation, specifically protein, because I'm sure that you need a lot of protein. What protein supplements do you use?
I carry at least five whey protein shakes around with me every day. Maybe I'll pull into a garage or I'll keep water with me. I'll make sure that I can always have a protein shake.
Do you think it's at all possible for someone like you to get your recommended daily allowance of protein through food alone?
Certainly not, and that's where the importance of supplementation comes in.
Every time you mix some protein into your meals and subtract carbs, you automatically lower the blood sugar impact of your meal. Protein also helps keep hunger at bay between meals.
How important are fat burners for guys that would like to achieve that ripped, toned look?
I think they're absolutely essential, but don't be mistaken, it's very important that they are used within association of a clean eating plan. We do rely a lot on our food, and as such, the food with the combination of fat burners is definitely the way to go.
If you had to recommend some fat burners from USN specifically, what would they be?
Well, there's FedraCut Slim Packs and the FedraCut XT. Depending on your lifestyle, whether you want the liquid format in the sachets or the tablet format, and what works for you best, then I mean that's definitely the way to go.
Every person is different. Experiment till you find what works for you. Speak to an expert on the USN SA page on Facebook or read more on usn.co.za.
How important, are meal replacements for you specifically?
Well, funnily enough, I think people use meal replacements as a complete replacement of a meal, which is not always the case. For someone who's a bodybuilder who's seeking those additional nutrients, meal replacements are great because they allow you to fit in an extra meal instead of actually replacing a meal.
Are there any meal replacements from USN that you could recommend?
For me, Muscle Fuel Mass is a great product. I use USN's Muscle Fuel Mass as an additional meal intake because it's got a great combination of protein, carbs and fats.
Now, I'm sure you also get sent a lot of meal replacement samples. Now, when looking at a meal replacement, what are the specific things that you look at to know that it's good?
You look at the vitamin content, you look at the ratios of the proteins versus the carbs versus the fats, and you also look at where those sources come from, and that's very important in making a decision.
Would you say that supplements became extremely important in today's fitness industry?
Certainly. I think that there are periods of the day, especially pre-workout and post-workout, where liquid nutrition certainly works faster and it helps your body process these nutrients more efficiently than, say, a whole food meal, which would actually take time to digest and process.
And do you think that the need to recover faster also became more important?
Most certainly. There's a lot of research going on surrounding pre-workout, intra-workout and post-workout nutrition these days. And what better way to draw the efficiency out of these nutrients than from liquid nutrition?
The vitamins and minerals administered through such liquids are absorbed faster and help boost your energy, thus enhancing your workout stamina.
Now, I heard about the USN Best Body Search together with Muscle Evolution magazine. What is that all about?
It's an opportunity for our readers to submit photographs of themselves through the use of the competition. The overall winner stands a chance of winning 50,000 Rand, a one-year supplement sponsorship courtesy of USN, as well as a trip to Europe to go and see some of the top bodybuilding stars in the country.
The event takes place on Sunday, the 9th of October in Joburg, and USN Ambassador Troy Alves from the USA will be there. Catch all the updates on USN SA on Facebook.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.